Today I want to share with you my new favorite fall stencil. And the thing about this stencil is it doesn't have to be fall themed, but that is what I turned into, and I absolutely love the results. So this video is a part of a video hop featuring the brand new September 2025 release from Altenew. So to enter into the amazing giveaway that I have described down below in the video description, please be sure to leave a comment. I'm going to have a link to the next person in the hop down in the video description as well, along with all of the supplies that I'm using today. So be sure to leave a comment to get entered into that giveaway. The stencil that I am referring to today is the brand new Stencil Art Aspen Sky. And I have been dying to show you guys this stencil in person because it is absolutely gorgeous. Now, there are some very intricate areas on this first layer of the stencil. So I do highly recommend spraying the back of it with something like pixie spray, which is like a low tack adhesive. I also showed you there that I'm going to be using the brand new One Go Solid Sentiment strips, and this is number 3 in their collection, so I'm going to use that for a sentiment. To do my ink blending, I have my 9x12 sticky mat set out along with a piece of white cardstock that I think is cut to maybe about 5.5 by 5.5. And then the sticky mat is holding the edge of the stencil down for me. The rest of it is tacked down with that low tack sticky spray that I use, the pixie spray. And then I'm coming in with a large blending brush. And I really wanted this to be fall colors, so I'm using 2 colors on this first layer. I did Warm Sunshine, which is out of the Summer Afternoon collection, and then blended it with Coral Red, which is from the Carnival Magic collection. Now, when that Coral Red and Warm Sunshine overlap, I'm going to get that beautiful autumny orange in between. Now I'm placing the second layer of the stencil over the top, and I'm going to come in with a little bit darker of each of the shades. So this is Caramel Toffee, and then I'll also be using the Cherry Sweet. And those are from the same collections that I showed you previously. And I'm trying to keep the reds in about the general area that I placed the first set of reds down. But again, because I'm going fall themed, I don't mind if my reds overlap a little bit from the previous layer. Now for my last layer for these trees or for my leaves, I went to a different collection. So I started with Yellow Ochre, which is from the Fall Harvest collection, and Velvet from the Red Sunset collection because I wanted them to still be that nice, deep toned yellow and reds, but the ones that were included in the previous collections just weren't quite doing it for me. Now, the next set of stencils for this is going to create our branches and our tree trunk. So I started with the Sand Dune from Coffee Break. And then as I layer each stencil or stencil 2 and 3 over the top, I'm just going to step each of those colors up to Rocky Shore and Mocha. Now, on the second and third stencil for the tree, those are both on the same stencil. You just need to turn it and then be a little mindful because there is going to be some areas you don't want to get any ink on. And you'll be able to see where I'm blending as far as the area that you need to line it up. If you feel safer, you can always place some Post-it tape over the top. Then the last layer of the stencil is going to be the sky that's kind of peeking through all of the leaves. I am using Dewdrop, which is a nice light aqua color, and this is from the Sweet Dreams collection. Once you add this layer in is where everything pulls together. It can kind of look almost a little messy at first, and maybe you're second guessing yourself when you start stenciling, but trust the process, trust the layers, and I promise it'll all come out. Now I'm going to work on my sentiment. I haven't done a Better Press in a while. So this is a Better Press plate. This is a brand new one. This is from the One Go collection. So it's going to create all of these sentiments at once. This is number 3 in the collection. And I am inking it up with Obsidian ink. Now you do have to be careful if you're using a pigment ink because those ink pads tend to be a little squishy. So you don't want to push too hard with your Obsidian ink. Just a nice gentle twist and tapping motion. One really good thing about this and why it's called the One Go Sentiments is you place the coordinating die over the top and it is going to die cut all of those sentiments out at once. And this is going to give that nice black strip and the letters and the words are all white. So I'm going to make sure whatever I don't use today is going to get saved, and I like to just put it back into the packaging. I created a side folding card base that I added tape to and then placed my card panel over the top, which I did trim down to 4¼ by 5½. And then the sentiment I picked out, I just trimmed down a couple pieces of black cardstock into the same width for a strip to layer that together a little bit. You can see I was second guessing where I was going to put my sentiment, but decided that bottom right-hand corner because I just thought it kind of filled in that space nicely. I absolutely adore this stencil, and I'm so excited I finally get to share it with you as I think it creates just the most gorgeous scene. Don't forget to leave a comment so you're entered into the giveaway, and all of my supplies will be linked down below in the video description. Thank you all so much for joining me today. If you enjoy my videos, I would really appreciate a thumbs up, and be sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell for notifications so you know when the next video is posted. Here is another video I think you might enjoy.